How's everybody doing today? We are gonna move a little bit of equipment around this afternoon. We've got to go do a one-day clearing job down about 20 minutes away from town here. So what we're gonna do is move that excavator down there tonight. That way it's sitting there first thing in the morning for me so we can get started. That way I don't lose an hour or so moving equipment right off the bat. Plus it's end of December, the days are short as it is, so try to get this done tonight, and then we'll get rocking and rolling on the clearing first thing tomorrow. Our chariot awaits. All right, we're down here, about ready to hook up. Sorry about the wind. Here's the trailer, got the truck. Nate's backing it in for me. All right, he got it on the first try. Pretty dang good. Oh. Handle is too short on this jack. Need to make a little extension for it. Kind of a common problem for me. Oh well. It's got a good personality. So there's just a little bit of rock, I think, on the bottom side of this pintle, and it's not allowing that latch to seat down on it, so Nate's gonna creep forward just a smidge. See if we can't shake it off there. That worked. She's good. Before we load it, clean the tracks. Got her all chained down. 5 individual tie down points. She's ready to go. This lot's a little bumpy. We'll pull out of the lot, double check the binders when we get out of the lot, and we'll be on the road. Get her unchained, park her for the night, meet back down here tomorrow morning. Good night, Volvo. See you in the morning. All right. It is 7 o'clock. We are rolling out. Made it. She's a little cold this morning. Get her warmed up. You guys can see there's a little bit of broken glass here on the floor. So funny story. Last time I was down here on this project, earlier this summer, was when we did the big clearing job down here, and we were stacking brush piles. There was a really big tree that we had taken down, and I had cut off the root ball and was throwing it up on top of the pile for it to burn, and it took a little roll off the top of the pile, and one tiny little root ended up coming and smacking the cap. Somehow it made its way in between the cylinder right here and got the very corner of this window, like right down in here. And with it being tempered glass, of course, shattered that whole side window, which is a pretty big window, produced a lot of glass pieces, and I spent forever cleaning this cap, blowing it out, vacuuming, blowing it out, vacuuming, and I still got glass coming out. Even after another probably 30 or 40 hours in this thing, glass is still making its way out. So we'll have to clean that up again. No big deal though. But honestly, the window really wasn't even that expensive to replace. It was only about $400 or $500, I think, for that whole entire side window. And really, for the size of that window, I didn't think that was too bad. Of course, that was an expense I would not have liked to have to pay for. However, things happen. That's the cost of doing business. Anybody who runs equipment all the time understands that that's just a part of it. So luckily nobody was hurt. Really didn't tear up the machine that much. It happens. actually, now that I think of it, the worst part about that whole entire window issue was it was like 90 degrees out. I had no air conditioning anymore because it basically was a complete wide open side of the cab there. It was loud as hell because the engine compartment obviously is sitting, you know, just right behind you, and it was dusty because all the ash that we had burned down from the other piles that I was burying was super dusty. So I ate a ton of ash that week. Not fun. Not fun. Go, go, turbo. Oh. Hang on. So the project for today is we're going to be clearing out. There's an area right along in here that they want to have cleared out. There's just a couple of, I mean, there was like one decent sized locust tree. Maybe another one back there that's of any substantial size, but everything else is relatively small. A lot of underbrush. While we got the excavator down here, we're gonna grub all that out. What ended up happening, we were here before when we did the clearing before the house was built. The house got built, and now they were able to kind of see exactly where they want their yard and how much space they want to have around their house. So we're back down here doing a little bit of clearing for them, and we've also got some areas over here we need to clean out. A couple of decent sized little cherry trees there, they're dead. They're gonna end up in the future putting another garage over here. So we're gonna get this grubbed out. 2 dead trees down there in the driveway area we're gonna get pulled out also. But other than that, there's really not a ton of actual square footage that we're going to be clearing. It's actually relatively small in comparison to what we, a lot of times get into. The only problem is that now there's this big house right in the middle of everything where we would normally track back and throw our brush. It's going to be going on the other side of the house, and so that's one hurdle we're going to have to, or one obstacle we're going to have to avoid. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to keep these trees whole and track them over there. I'm going to have to cut them down, so I brought the chainsaw. I'm going to have to cut them all down to where we can fit, in between there and track them, and then along this side over here, we'll end up taking it on that side. Got this big wild cherry tree we need to take down, and there's two main trunks that come out of this thing. This one here on the left I'm not worried about. That thing will push that way, no problem. The one on the right, I don't know if you can tell, but it's leaning back towards the excavator. What I'm afraid is if I push this first one and we split that trunk and it weakens that right side, I don't want that right side to fall onto the machine. So, and I don't want to push the right side first because the off chance that it splits this side as well, I don't want this one falling towards the house. So I think we'll be okay. There's really no other way short of taking this down with the tree truck. I don't really see any other way. So we're just gonna cross our fingers. If I have to, this one does start to fall towards me, I can just quick swing it. Hopefully that one's already in the process of falling that way and not towards the house. So I start pushing on this tree and realize that just pushing on that one trunk is actually gonna end up pushing the whole entire tree over. So I decide to stop and reposition a little bit, dig out the base just a smidge, and we're just gonna push this whole thing over all together, one fell swoop. Well, I wasn't originally going to do a whole lot of cleanup till the very end, but a few branches in the way. I wanted to get them knocked down, but I've got a nice wide path here to carry all this material back here to the burn pile right here. So now we should be able to move pretty quick, hopefully. We're making progress. We've got the big locust tree all cleaned up. Starting to push in towards this front now, just scrubbing out all the underbrush and knocking down some trees, so keep moving. Oh, gotta get this stupid thing off. So as I'm starting here up closer towards the house, I'm being super careful. It's kind of hard to tell in the video, but we're pretty dang close to that house. And the last thing I want to do is drop a tree on top of this house. So all these little trees were all tall enough. If I were to just shove them over, they would definitely hit the house. So I'm just being very careful. And the reason why I couldn't swing them the other way is because there was a whole bunch of other trees that direction as well. So we just were very cautious starting out here close to the house. And once we got the first few out of the way that were the closest, we sped up quite a bit. But just one of those situations where it's better to take your time, not get in a rush. So we're making some pretty good progress here. We've got the last little pile of trees here from the section that we're clearing out. And I don't know if you can see, but I've been combing the ground as I work my way back. So we're gonna get this pile of trees out of here, then just comb this whole section, grab a little bit of scrub brush and branches we can, and we'll be done on this side. We actually moved along pretty well on this. I was kind of concerned. Spent the first couple hours just moving material that was already on the ground and in the area where we needed to track all the way through with all this other material. Once we got that cleared out, this actually went pretty quick, so we'll keep on keeping on. So this side is done. Got it combed halfway decent. Might come back and touch up a little spots if I get some time at the end of the day. So Looks pretty good here. Right at the edge of the lake. We left these the first time we came through. This whole entire bank was completely vegetated, trees and honeysuckle and all that. So we left these few trees. Turns out they want to take them out. They're blocking or obstructing the view of the lake. And I get that. They've got these beautiful windows over here on the house. They want to look out across the lake. Totally get. Breaks my heart though. Nice little walnut tree we're gonna pull out, but that is okay. So we've got a little section right up here, about right there, over to about right here. We're just gonna clean this out. They're gonna put a propane tank in there at some point, and then in the future they'll have a double car garage. So first thing, I gotta relocate this dirt pile. And I don't know if you guys can hear or not, but I got the door open to this thing. It's nice out. It's like 40, 50 degrees out today. Beautiful. Christmas is a couple days away and we're working in sweatshirts. Love it. Things have been going pretty good today. Trees have been falling where and when I want them to fall. So we're gonna play a little game. It's totally unnecessary, maybe even a little irresponsible, but I think you guys will enjoy it. So we've got this big cherry tree we're gonna push over. It's fairly tall. I'm gonna see if I can set you guys up right where the tip of that thing is gonna fall. So I've got a master's degree in trigonometry, so I did all the calculations. I should be spot on, so if everything goes right, very tip of that tree is gonna land right in front of the camera. Cross our fingers. Alright, so it actually fell to the side just a little bit, as you can tell, but stand back and look at the very tip of the branches were, I bet I was probably within 5 to 8 feet, so that's pretty good. Truth be told, I don't have a master's in trigonometry. I actually just stood back a ways and looked at it and went, yeah, it looks about right. So, but I'm not buying a new GoPro, so that's good. I should try to take a little bit more. Just see what sticks. Oh yeah. Make the trips count. Look at that. Come on. So now we'll get back over there, cut it up. I was looking at it, and I think this was a little ash tree. So it's either already dying or going to die. We've got that ash borer around here, and I doubt he was going to keep this tree treated every year, so not a big loss.